And what can we expect today?
A very good morning to you. We are coming to you from the Port Elizabeth High Court, and as you said, yesterday was quite an interesting day for the first trial of Timothy Omotoso and his co-accused. We saw the judge Mandela Makahula shoot down the submissions from the defense advocate Peter Doberman, who actually submitted a request that all 63 charges against Omotoso, sexual offence charges against Omotoso and the co-accused, be taken off that charge sheet. And this was primarily because the charge sheet was made up of the testimony of the 49 witnesses that will be taken to the stand, and the particulars were not in place. The time, the date, location of some of the offences committed by Omotoso and the co-accused were also not listed. But we saw the state prosecutor Nigerian coming out strongly saying this was only because they were protecting the witnesses, the victims, and also they will be furnishing the defence with those particulars, the dates and times of the exact offences that occurred. But the state also saying that it is quite tricky, as the offences that took place actually were over a long period, over several years. The state also saying that some of the offences occurred overseas. We saw Israel, the country of Israel, being one of the countries that was said that one of the girls in the Jesus Dominion International Church was assaulted. So I suppose that will all come out in court today when the state prosecutor Nigerian responds to that submission by the defense. As I can tell you now, some of the Jesus Dominion International protesters are outside. They're waiting. Let me just step out of shot and show you. They are waiting to make their way to court. Court proceedings are expected to start at exactly 10 o'clock this morning, a bit later than yesterday when we started exactly at 9:30. Some of the protesters are also wearing Jesus Dominion International Church shirts, just showing and cementing their support for Omotoso. We've seen them coming out, various bail applications saying that Omotoso is innocent. So it's going to be very interesting to see, the protesting that will be happening outside, and also if the women's organizations will be joining in, showcasing their support for the victims of Omotoso.
I hear the things that you've mentioned, Jayed, but are there enough grounds for an acquittal?
Well, like I said, the Judge Mandela Makahula did shoot down that submission by the defense. So as it stands now, trial will continue with those 63 charges. Collectively, the trio has 97 charges against them, 33 main accounts and 34 minor charges. So I suppose when the trial gets underway today, they will be unpacking that. And it also remains to be seen when the first witness will be called to stand. But as it stands now, it is not going to be, Omotoso will not be acquitted of those charges. Mandela Makahula wants the trial to commence, and as it stands now, those submissions have been shot down. But like I said, we'll keep you up to breast with the happenings here at the Port Elizabeth High Court, and we'll let you know when that first witness will be called this week.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that update, Jayed Leigh-Paulse, outside the PE High Court.